Let's open the Master Bedrooms Project 2014 resource list file without opening the resource sheet. Now the reason for this is to demonstrate that once you add a resource pool to a master and therefore to its sub-projects, it needs to be open at the same time. Otherwise we could run into slight issues. And the slight issues we're going to have here, if we have a look, we see some assignments, so the decorator and me are moving out old furniture, and we could perhaps assign some more people if I go to the drop down, but we can see there's a restricted list here. I can only see the decorator, the joiner and me, even though I know the resource pool contains more people and more materials. If I actually go and have a look at the resource sheet, I can see a number of our resources and which project they are assigned to. So some are assigned to Joe's Bedroom 2014, some to Spare Bedroom, and I see a repetition in fact of the joiner and of me 3 times because I'm in 3 of the sub-projects. Because I'm not connected to the resource pool at the moment, all the project can show me are the resources that are currently assigned within this project. So I can see the assignments, but I cannot see the full list of resources. And because we cannot see the full list of resources, what project is telling me is which project these bodies are assigned in. What I need to do really is open the resource pool as well and have that open when I'm working on a master file. So if I open the resource pool, so File and Open, it's actually a recent file here, the resource pool itself in your working folder. Now when I open a resource pool on its own, when it doesn't open with the master, I get a choice of 3 options. One is to open it as read-only. Now that's the option we're going to go for because it allows others to have the file open at the same time. Open it as read-write, but this will lock other people out from using it, so that's not a good option. And then the third option, which is quite a clever option, if you don't already have a master file, but you have lots of projects using a resource pool, what you can do here is effectively open the resource pool and Project will create you a new master project file and pull all the projects into it that are using that same resource pool. So that's really quite clever. We're not going to go with the clever option because we already have the master file. We're not going to open read-write because that will mean I'll lock other people from using the file. So we're going to open read-only, in which point we're going to need to have to update that file, which is the point that we're aiming for here. So I'm going to open the resource pool as read-only. This then opens my resource pool and I can see my resources, both work and material and cost. If I then move back around to my master, I can see all of my resources are here now, 3 times and the joiner twice, and I can see that they're all in the resource pool. When I go back to the Gantt chart, looking to assign some tasks, all of my resources are now available. So it is pretty vitally important that that resource pool is open at the same time the master file is, so that you can access all of the resources that are available. So let's assign some of these resources to some of our sub-projects. Let's assign Vacuum the Cobwebs. I suppose I'll have to do that as well. Sand the woodwork. Well, the joiner can do that. Paint the woodwork. I'll have the painter doing that with some paint. So that's on the Spare Bedroom sub-project. Let's go expand Joe's bedroom out and assign some resources in here. Erect the bed. That's going to be me and the joiner. Hang the clothing. That'll be me. Add the wicker chair. Let's get the joiner to bring that in. So a few more assignments have taken place, but what I now need to do is update the resource pool. Now I do that from the resource ribbon. Here's the resource pool option and there's a drop down, and I either choose to refresh the resource pool. If the resource pool has been updated by other people, if I feel it's been updated by other people, I will need to refresh the resource pool. If I know it's me that has made changes and I need to update the resource pool so other people can see those changes, then I need to update the resource pool. So there are 2 choices there, and the choice is driven by, am I updating the file or am I getting a more updated copy of the file? I'm essentially updating the resource pool. One click, the resource pool file gets updated. So even though I've got it open read-only, I can update that resource pool by running the update option. And then anybody else who's looking at the file and refreshes it, if they've got it open already, they will see any further assignments I've just made, like the joiner to moving the wicker chair and me to hanging the clothing. So these are options that are required when you're working with a shared resource pool. If you're updating the resources by assigning them or unassigning them even, then you will need to update that resource pool from the resource ribbon, update the resource pool. If other people are updating the resource pool and you need to see those changes, so you can see if you've got somebody available for a task, then you need to refresh the resource pool. Both of these will then update the resource pool in your working file and update the resource pool in its own separate little project file so that other people can make use of those changes.